little bit. Alrighty, and we are on. So, hello everyone, and welcome to AVIOT Sunday Brew. Now, I would say we haven't had this in a while, but we did post an episode a couple of weeks back, and we posted that as a regular just YouTube video because I was traveling out of the country and we just pre-recorded that one, and then we didn't have one last Sunday because where I was outside of the country, I didn't have that the internet service wasn't that reliable. But for those of you who don't know, AVIOT Sunday Brew, this is an offshoot of the AVIOT podcast, Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions, a media education company. Jay Random, what is going on? I'm Jay Stokes. Jay Random is right here fixing his nails. I don't know what happened to
Nah,
my
yeah,
phone.
nah. I have something on my nails. That just seems doesn't come off. It's weird. I'm doing
Interesting.
good, man. No complaints here. How was your
Yeah,
trip?
nice to see you. And it
Same
was
here.
good. It was good. Nice to see you again. I haven't seen or talked to you since I got back. Why does my phone
Yeah.
keep
When
doing
did you
that?
get back
That
though?
was I got back. Um, when did I get back? I got back Friday night. Friday
Okay,
night
I kind of
Eastern
thought you
Standard
had to
Time.
be back Thursday or Friday because I started getting uh
Regular
tweets
messages.
from you. Yeah, exactly. Like all of a sudden now I'm not getting stuff from WhatsApp. I'm getting it from you. I'm like, is Jay Stokes back? Okay.
Yep, I am. I was back. So yeah, it was good. For those of you who didn't listen to the actual podcast, I was in Ghana. So I was in Ghana, me and my wife visiting her family. So that was a good time, and it was really good, man. This time was better than the first time I went. I think it's because I was familiar with certain territory, and
Mhm.
also our her family, we got to do more this time around because last time it was, oh, you have the black American coming back to the motherland, and he needs to see all these things, see how culture is differently, see all the main sites in Ghana. And I didn't even see all of everything in Ghana, but I saw a lot of important things the last time I was there.
Okay.
This time around, it was a lot more just hanging out with family. I forgot how bad internet connection is over there, so that's why you be messaging me, and you wouldn't hear from me for a long time because
Yeah.
I didn't receive your message, or I would be sending messages back, but via WhatsApp. But that's what it was. So
Nah, it's all
y-
good. It's all good.
yeah, but another thing too, just being off of technology, I was cut off from so much of what was happening in the U.S. and I know a lot of stories happen. So what I'm gonna do is the next podcast episode that we put out, I'll go into more detail about my trip in Ghana and my thoughts on that. But I just wanted to get into the news of what's happening. I know we were briefly chatting about this whole Diddy situation. I just need to know 'cause I'm catching up with everything. What exactly happened and how was he arrested?
So, he was arrested in New York. They're saying now that he knew he was going to be arrested. And guys, sorry for the sun where I'm sitting at. The sun is actually coming out now, so it's all in my face. So I'm trying to move. Yeah, so he got arrested in New York. He
Okay.
knew it was going to happen. He just didn't know when it was going to happen. So
Mm,
it was weird. So the week of his arrest, it was all of a sudden now all in New York. He was in Harlem. He was just like visible. He was at the beach. He was at the park, and everybody's like, "Wow, first time seeing Puffy since since the Cassie thing happened." So everybody was taking pictures with him. Everybody was kind of happy to see him. It seemed like and you see him at the park, and you see him just taking picture with random people, and it's like, okay. And then that same week, the feds came at his hotel and arrested him. And
mm.
yeah, now he didn't know when they was going to come. So it's allegedly that when he was arrested, they had he had coke in his room. So
Word?
yeah, man, this dude, yeah, allegedly. So I mean, this is what they're saying. I mean, I'm hoping that's not the case. But also, if he didn't know when they were coming, he probably was trying to party for the last time, like an idiot. So, huh? Nah, yeah, definitely
Um,
gotta get blocked. The first person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So, yeah, just to let y'all know, um, we don't use the N word on this podcast.
yeah,
We don't report the N word or anything. We do not support using the N word. So just don't come in the comment section doing that. It's not. Yeah, we're
yeah,
not with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Nah, 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 no problem. So yeah,
Yeah.
so they arrested him. He's
Hmm.
indicted. So
Okay.
that was the big news. Puffy just got indicted. But the not to take the shine away from Puffy, but then what? A week or two later, the mayor of New York also gets
Oh
indicted,
yeah. Mayor Adams. Yeah.
Mayor Adams. So there's a meme going out saying, "Dang, just imagine what happens in a year." So last year, Mayor Adams gave Puffy the key to the city in September
Oh shoot.
2023.
Okay. Okay.
And now it's September 2024, and they're both indicted. The difference is that Puffy's in jail. I don't think Mayor Adams is in jail yet, but I know he's
Okay.
been indicted. So,
Now,
um,
what did Mayor Adams actually do?
so they're saying he's been indicted for bribery. So they have this. I want to say New Zealand. They have
Okay.
somebody who has access to him, quote unquote, via text. So if they needed something, they would text him, and he would vote that way. So they, so,
Interesting.
yeah, exactly. So the thing is, though, if it's his phone number, then he's in trouble. But I think also if it's one of his staffers, I think he's in trouble
Hmm.
because at the end of the day, the top always get blamed for what the bottom is doing because just because you're on top, you can't use that excuse no more that you don't know what's going on at the bottom.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
mean, you got
You're
to get
right.
the right people around you so it doesn't affect you, right? So, yeah. But back to
Real
Puff.
quick, can
Yeah,
I jump in real quick?
yeah.
Just want
What's
to
up?
address some comments. So Letitia said life has to be hard to listen to people who have nothing but opinions. Yeah, Letitia, I can kind of see that. It definitely it's definitely hard in life sometimes because a lot of people have opinions, but they're not fact based. So I definitely wanted to address that comment. I saw it pop up earlier, and um, I wish that people would do more studying and more research behind the scenes as opposed to just spewing an opinion about something.
Hmm.
So that's why even Jay Random right here, he's talking about the Diddy case, talking about Mayor Adams. He's going based off of things he's read, and he's saying allegedly for things he's unsure about that have been said but are not hardcore facts. So just
Correct.
wanted to address that. But go ahead,
Allegedly,
Random.
definitely, because I wasn't in that room when the feds came to arrest him, and there's so much misinformation going on, and so much information that we don't even need to know about. Like allegedly, when they raided one of Puffy houses, they found like what 1,000 bottles of baby oil. It's like like I was telling someone, at the end of the day, this case is more going to embarrass him more than anything. I mean, because if everything is consensual, then I don't see the problem with the sex part. The abuse part, the blown up the car part, that's totally different.
Wait, blowing up a car?
Yeah, so they also trying to tie him to an incident when Kid Cudi was dating Cassie at one time, and Kid Cudi car got blown up.
What?
Yeah, well, this is all in the indictment, so that's what I'm saying. They're throwing everything at the wall, everything at
Mm,
the wall. So something's going to stick. But the
mm,
sex part, I think they're really just trying to embarrass him with that part because listen, we all have sex. I mean, baby oil, whatever the case may be. But I think the trafficking also may hurt him because I think you and I we spoke about this on our regular podcast where nowadays if you fly someone out to have sex, that's considered trafficking. It's
it
no,
is? No, I don't think we
it's
talked about that. I don't think we
okay,
talked
yeah,
about
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because I remember Boosie was saying, so what? So because Boosie brought it up, Boosie, and think about it, a lot of football players, a lot of athletes seem to be doing this, a lot of rappers seem to be doing this. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like the law, it seemed like they're changing it to the point that, yeah, if you think about it, excuse me for my throat too. Yeah, so because the male prostitutes or the prostitutes that Puffy hired, since he flew them out, that's considered trafficking.
But if it's consensual,
That's what I'm
That's the
saying.
thing.
If it's
If it's
consensual, it shouldn't
consensual,
matter, right?
right.
So that's what I'm saying. I think as far as with this trial, they're going to embarrass him, but they are going to find something on him. I do believe because
They
the
will.
Cassie thing alone is damaging.
Yeah,
Cheated for my
I'm
throat
looking.
too. Hold on.
No, you're good. I'm looking at the comments too. Yeah, Kuma Lux. Yeah, even if it's consensual, that's right. Even if it's consensual, I think there's a gray area
It
right
is a gray
there.
area. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that if you can prove that the person was willing to come and be flown out, I don't know if you could really count that as trafficking.
that's
In
what
my
I'm saying.
personal opinion, the law is tricky.
The law
I
is
saw another
really
comment.
tricky.
I saw another comment too. Johnny West. It would be crazy if you used the baby oil to escape prison, like put it on the floor so all the guards would fall.
Well, I don't think he has it in the. I don't think he has it actually in the prison. But the funny thing is, right? So allegedly, well, not allegedly, because Puffy lawyer did say this. Puffy lawyer basically said that Puffy brought his baby oil from Costco in bulk, right? So Costco came out with a statement saying we don't sell baby oil in bulk like that. So
I don't think they do. 'Cause I've been to
no, they
Costco. I don't
don't.
see
But it's
baby
just
oil like
funny
that.
how Costco's like, wait a minute, we don't want nothing to do
Keep
with
us out
this.
of it.
He didn't
Yeah.
buy this from us. So I mean,
I
and
see
in all
another.
seriousness, yeah, this trial is really interesting, and like I said again, the sex part, I think they're really just trying to embarrass him with that. But I think they're going to catch him on something.
Well, I just want to go back to Johnny West. He said, from what I've read, if you give your friend another girl's phone number, that's illegal. Huh.
What? What state is that at? I got to find that. No, we'll get back to you on that because that's if you give your
Yeah,
friend
another
another
girl's
girl.
phone. That's see that there's even gray area there because if you're interested in the obviously if they got permission from that
Hmm.
woman to get her phone number, that's one thing. If you don't have permission, then that might be another thing. For example,
Yeah.
right? We're in college before. If you're interested in someone, you like, hey, can I get so and so's number? And they'll come back to you and say, all right, let me get back to you. Let me see if they're okay with that. Right? That's a good way to go about it. So I think that should be fine. But if you just giving somebody a woman's number and then you hitting them up and be like, hey, what's good? They probably looking like, how'd you get my number? Right? So
Correct.
that might be a little weird. Yeah, just going back to your thing, I do think that they're trying to embarrass Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever, Puffy, with this whole sex stuff. We do know he's an
That stuff.
abuser.
Yes.
Yeah, we do know he's an abuser because we saw the Cassie video,
Yes.
unfortunately. So we know that's the case. And the thing is, if he was bold enough to do that in broad daylight, what was he doing behind closed doors with her and with other women and potentially with other men? Because there's the accusations that he was messing around with men as well. So he could be doing that to other people, hitting them, smacking them up, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's a lot of alleged things that's going on. You know. Now let's see what happens. Um,
Right.
Yes, that was the big news when you were gone. So for
Okay.
anyone that's just jumping in, I'm catching Jay Stokes up on uh, stuff that happened when he was gone off the grid.
Yes. Definitely off the grid. Yeah, listen, if you follow Chemistry Productions on any other platform, that's why I haven't been posting anything because I just did not have internet service. And anyways, I just wanted to enjoy my vacation after a while. It was
Yes,
for the
gotta
better.
live in
It
the
is for the
moment.
better. It
Come
was
on,
for
man.
the
You were
better.
a beautiful. Listen, man. You was in a beautiful. Sorry about that. Listen. You were with your wife on
Hmm.
vacation, visiting a beautiful place. Forget the technology, man. Listen, as long as no one passed away, I'm pretty sure they got caught. I'm pretty sure they could have got in touch with you then. But besides that, this stuff that was going on was all noise, man. Because a lot of other stuff that's going on that we're not paying attention to because the media is focusing on this Diddy stuff, this Mayor Adams stuff. I mean, it's a lot of
Right.
stuff that's going on that we got to pay attention to and not just get stuck on the stuff that they're telling us about.
Right. And I just want to address the Arizona Sings said the way Diddy beat his ex says a lot about his character. I agree.
I agree too.
I
I
agree.
agree. I
I
mean,
agree.
yeah, that's definitely not the way to do anything. If someone wants to leave, let them leave, man. Come on, come on. We tell people time and time again, fair is not the way to run something in anything. I think because you a person that's fearful of you would eventually take you out. That's how I feel. So that's why I'm like,
You
you
said a
don't.
person that
And
is fearful of you will eventually take you out. Can you explain that a little bit more?
okay, so what I mean by take you out is take you out the picture, not violent, but okay, put it like this. So this is how I look at it. Like, so I'm a father of two, right? I
Mm-hmm.
raise my kids to never fear me, right? Never fear me
Mm-hmm.
to the point that I'm a dictator. I run in here, I kick down the door, start, stuff like that. So I feel like because if you do that, eventually your kids will resent you, right?
Right.
So they will either fear you to the point that they don't want to deal with you at all and just leave you, or they might just fear you and probably raise up on you, right? So I think
That's
that's
true.
what I mean by that. Meaning, no one wants to be feared like that. I feel because that's not the right way to. Um, I hate to say run things, but I'm probably using the wrong word now. But
Interact with people.
yeah, interact
Interact
with
with people.
people.
Yeah.
So we can take it. We can take it on the work level too. We can take it on. Like
In
I have.
school.
Like it's so funny. Like I have two dogs, right? So I don't. So I don't. I don't really do
You got a second
anything.
dog?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Bro, you ain't.
Yeah, I have a
Oh man, we
second
gotta
dog.
talk about that. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
I have a second dog,
We really haven't been
and
talking.
I know. And with my dogs, I love them, right? So my main dog, Bella. I don't. I treat Bella. I hate to say, like a human, but that's my homegirl. So I don't treat, so even though I am alpha in this house, I don't, I don't mistreat Bella. Also because Bella's a dog, right? So once again, you mistreat your dog long enough, they're gonna bite the mess out of you. So
Mm.
so that's what I mean by take you out. Like excuse me, my throat again. So I may be rambling, so sorry about that. But yeah, so that's what I meant by
Kuma
it.
Kuma asked, "What kind of dog? What's the second dog?
Oh, so the second dog is Shih Tzu, and Bella's
What in the
a
world?"
yeah, and Bella's a lab pit. So yeah, I have a little dog and a big dog, and
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we gotta
yeah,
talk about this. We gotta
yeah,
talk.
and they're
We'll
over
talk
here
about
right
this.
now fighting in the
Let's.
corner. So if you see me looking over like this, that's because they play fight all day. They don't care. They're about to play fight right now. I know.
I'm sick of my head.
This is what happens
Okay,
when
let's.
your kids grow up. They leave, and now you just like now you got dogs.
Yeah. All right, but let's get back to the topic at hand.
Yes.
Johnny West had said it sucks for people who went to the Diddy parties and left before the party got weird. Yeah, that's true because you're associated with that. They said, okay,
Yes.
were you doing anything at those parties? What so your name is kind of yeah, that's true. Guilty by association. That's true.
Say real quick, everybody, when you get a chance, I'm not going to elaborate too much on this. When you get a chance, go on YouTube and type up the Christian rapper Lecrae. He actually
Mm,
has a story about a Diddy party.
word.
Yes,
Okay, I gotta look at that.
yes.
Okay, I
So
gotta
I'm
look
not
at
going to
it.
elaborate too much. I'm not going to say allegedly. It came from his own mouth.
Okay.
The Christian rapper Lecrae tells a story about when he went to a Diddy party and what happened and how he left.
Oh, I'm definitely watching that after
Okay,
we're done
that's
with
all I
this
want to
show.
say.
Okay,
I'm not,
okay.
so when you got
All
to just
right,
type in, so Google works.
all right. So just switching gears right quick, you had mentioned earlier you were saying something about Boosie. You were connecting him to
Yeah.
this. How do you connect that to the Diddy stuff? Because I have some.
Oh, because
Obviously, I know.
Boosie was saying that. So now when he fly a woman out, that's considered trafficking, human trafficking.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
Boosie, this
Yes.
dude. I don't know if you saw his daughter's video. One of his
Yes.
children. So for those of you who don't know, one of Boosie's children, his daughter, came out and was talking about because she is gay, she's a lesbian, and she came out talking about how Boosie has been going in on her and several interviews saying how he doesn't approve of her life because it's not a lifestyle. If you're gay, that's who you are, right? That's not a
Correct.
lifestyle. So
Correct.
he didn't approve of it, and then he said he doesn't bring her and her partner around his kids because he doesn't want to contaminate them or something.
Come
And
on, man.
so,
That's not how it works. It's not a cold.
right. Exactly. And so I listened to Boosie's daughter entire video. She put out I think over a 12-minute video talking about their relationship and how she hasn't said things over the years, and she loves him because that's her father, but she had to call out his bad behavior. And she was on point. My thing is this: if your child is gay, there's nothing you could do about that. And you should love them still as your child, even if you don't agree with being gay, which is interesting to me because it's like you act as if that person has a choice, right? Like they made a choice
Correct.
and said, I want to be gay, right? But even if you don't agree, that's your child at the end of the day. Like you were saying, the thing before about raising your children a certain way and how they will rebel or they won't mess with you anymore. I think we're seeing that in this case. And it's crazy to me because even his daughter was saying, don't you have a a song talking about two girls kissing or two women kissing? So the only time it's cool to be gay as a woman, the only time it's cool to be gay in the case of Boosie is when they are doing something that
For you.
pleases you sexually. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
only time it's cool, but you don't like it in other circumstances and you don't want your daughter to be gay. To me, it's hypocrisy. To me, it's sad. I like his daughter was choking up in that video. I really didn't like it. I was not a fan at all, and I just needed to address that. What are your thoughts about her video and Boosie's relationship with her, or how it appears to be?
So I feel like this, man. First of all, that's your child, right?
Hmm.
Regardless on, regardless on what they're doing, right? And it goes back to what you said again. Being gay, it's not a choice, right? So,
Right.
and also, it's not the worst thing. I feel like that is still your child. You should still love them 100%. Time, we're not here on this earth long enough, right? I feel we only here 100. Maybe, we see some people here 119, but still, after a while, I feel like time waits for no one. Why waste time bickering and arguing about stuff that doesn't really matter? That is still your child. You still
Right.
should love them regardless. Regardless.
And
Regardless.
she's a
So
talented rapper too. I don't know if you heard her spit. Like she's talented.
no, I don't know too much about her, but I'm sad for her because that's ignorance on her father's side, you know.
Hmm.
And that's ignorant for him to even think that bringing her around with her partner is going to contaminate, like as if she's a cold or it's kind of like, come on, bro, like you gotta. I feel like for any parent that has a problem with their kid's sexuality, and in return don't want to see them, I think that's sad. You know, it's
Hmm.
just like what you said again. You may not agree with it, but that's still your child, right?
Yeah, and like you said, it's not the worst that could happen because isn't Boosie connected to like murder situations, like situations that involve murder? And I mean,
Allegedly, probably. I don't know
allegedly.
too much about Boosie. I don't know too much about Boosie, but I
Yeah,
will say,
allegedly.
yeah, yeah. But I will say, I feel for his daughter, and I hope
Yeah.
that Boosie will come to his senses before it's too late. Because these are the times you can't get back. You know,
You're
and
right.
so I feel like,
Because
hey, listen, he's wasting his time. And his daughter, she's bigger than she's the grown up right about now. She's the grown up.
she is, and she handled it with so much grace when she was speaking on the subject. She was still respecting him and just saying what he is saying is trash. Yeah, I see. So I see what Arizona is. As a Christian myself, I would not agree, but I would still absolutely love my child. Nothing can stop me. Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
That's it right
Exactly.
there.
That is perfect.
Still
That is
love your
perfect.
child.
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. Just still love your child, man. I mean, hey, listen, it may take a while to uh I guess wrap your head around it, but you still gotta love your child.
Yeah,
That's
and like
still
I
your
said,
child.
it's not a choice because I've spoken with gay people. I've had gay
Mhm.
associates that have said, if I could, I would choose not to be gay, but I'm gay. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's not like they're like, oh, well, I want to choose this life. Because a lot of times it could be very difficult to be gay and be black and gay. Are you serious? It could be a very difficult road to travel because you're hit with two negatives. First off, you might be shunned within your own circle, and then you're also shunned in the larger society being black. And let's not even get into how white gays are treated versus black gays, because you look at Pride Month, white gays get all the funding and everything, and the black gays get nothing. So that's
Mm-hmm.
a yeah, that's a whole ball game. Speaking of problematic, oh, did you want to say anything more about this topic? I was gonna
No,
switch.
nope.
Okay, speaking of problematic men, black men specifically, and I hate to get on this soapbox, dude. I had to unsubscribe from Shannon Sharpe's podcast, both Club Shay Shay and Nightcap, because this dude is on one right now. He wilding.
Oh, well, it's so funny. He doesn't even show up on my algorithm because I'm too busy looking at other stuff.
Hmm.
So I'm not even aware of what he's saying, but I get glimpse of what he's saying. And hold on for 1 second.
All right, that's cool. So I'll let y'all know the reason why I had to stop following Shannon
All right, I'm
Sharpe with stuff is okay.
back.
I'll just go finish this thought.
Yeah.
The reason why I had to stop following Shannon Sharpe with his stuff, he's getting out of hand with first off how he talks to black women. I
Hmm.
feel that it's very weird. Like on Twitter, I was seeing he was saying, "Oh, you got that horse's hair in your head." I'm like, first off, that insult is so old and outdated. And you talking about horse's hair? Like, let's stop. If black women want to wear weaves, wigs, what have you, then that's their prerogative. You can have a preference for what you like, whether or not you like that, but you don't have to put down people in the process of doing that. How he's been going hard for Caitlin Clark in the WNBA and has been not helping or advocating for black women in the WNBA, that has been very bothersome to me. In fact, ESPN as a whole, I actually unsubscribed from ESPN too because they were doing the most with that stuff. So you have that. Then also this whole sex tape or whatever that came out, how he accidentally went on IG Live. I'm like, you don't accidentally go on IG Live, man. There are steps to get on IG Live. Are you trying to prove to people that you're straight because there have been gay allegations that have been alleged
Hmm.
towards Shannon? So all of that stuff combined, I just said, nah, I'm cool. I gotta put Shannon to the side. So, what are your opinions on this stuff? What I'm saying.
Well, shout out to the Connecticut Suns.
You know it. You
Because
know it. Connecticut all day.
yeah, because personally, I treat the Caitlin Clark like the LeBron James. What I mean by that is when you have figures that's in the sports, that's all they're going to talk about. When they lose, the ratings, well, not the ratings, but the playoffs become better.
Mm,
So
mm.
so that's why I said shout out to the Connecticut Suns because now we can watch real basketball without people saying stupid stuff. Because now the person is no longer there, so now we could just focus on the talent again and not
Exactly.
the favoritism, right?
Yeah, like if she
So
gets
with
poked
that,
in the eye or gets hit, then it's like, oh, did you
yeah,
intentionally mean to poke her in the eye? Like what they were asking Dejanay Carrington. It's
yeah.
like no player is intentionally trying to hurt somebody
No,
just
not at
because.
all. Not at all. Not at all. So I feel like with Shannon Sharp, I don't know too much about IG Live, but I've heard there's a lot of clicking before you actually got to go live.
Hmm.
So that part is kind of like okay, and it's crazy how like I never even seen how it started to where it ended. So I don't know if it was like it's weird how he threw the phone and then it went live. So it's like were you live beforehand? It's so just that whole setup was kind of stupid. And then how he tried to capitalize on it, started talking about his energy drink or energy something that he takes. I don't know if you saw that.
Interesting. I didn't see that part. No.
Yeah, because Ocho was saying, "Hey, Uncle's on that XYZ. I forgot what it was." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I take that." So it was kind of like, "What is this? Is this an advertisement now on the stuff that he takes? It's like some energy drink or some energy stuff that he takes, but he works out. I don't know." So that, and then on
Interesting.
top of that, I think Shannon Sharp, as good as he is, he needs to. I mean, listen, everybody has their opinion, right?
Correct.
I just think when you are now trying to make what you believe in what I have to believe in, that's when it becomes a problem. So I think that's what
Mm.
Shannon was doing. Shannon can like whoever he wants to like, but when that's all you talk about, and when I say something different, and now you arguing with me, it's kind of like, can we just have, can we agree to disagree? But it seemed
Right.
like that's not what Shannon's all about right about now. Shannon has an opinion. Shannon has always been on top. Shannon has always been the boss. So he acts like a little kid who always wants to be in charge, and just like Stephen A. Smith.
That's
And
who
I
he's
think that's
learning
why him and
from, I
Stephen
think.
A. eventually
I, yeah.
they're going to clash because they both are alpha males are who wants to be in charge, who feel like they are in charge, and it's going to clash. Because think about it. Imagine Shannon on ESPN 5 days a week instead of two. That shit probably be unbearable.
Yeah. To me, he is starting to sound and operate more like Stephen A. Smith. And
Yes.
Stephen A. Smith, I was okay with dude. He was loud, but I was okay with him. But now he's becoming a problem. He's becoming problematic.
Yeah.
And I believe he's becoming the people who he did not necessarily like coming up. He is becoming an oppressor himself. You
Yeah.
look at how he talks to different people on ESPN on his show First Take. It's very at times demeaning. He puts people down. I didn't like how he treated Max Kellerman when Max Kellerman was on his way out.
Shout out to Max Kellerman, man. We need you back, man. That guy was good. I like Max. I
Yeah,
did like Max.
yeah. He has some
It's
wild
crazy how
takes,
they
but
paid him off to this. I mean, granted, Max still getting paid to be at home,
yeah,
so I'm not
yeah.
crying any tears. Excuse me.
My boy Random over here got the
Yeah, I know
got
all
the
this. Yeah,
got
yeah.
the raspy
I'm
throat.
coming down from
Come
a
on, man.
cold, so
It's our season. You can't be getting
I
sick during
know
off
it is.
season.
Yo, who birthday is it tomorrow?
I don't know.
I know. That's
It's
all I
Libra
know.
season,
Somebody's
y'all. It's
birthday
Libra season.
tomorrow.
Give it up to the Libras. Give it up to the Libras. Hey.
Yes, yes, yes. Libras in the house. Let's get it.
Speaking of Libras, one of our Libra sisters has been out here spiraling. Cardi B. I don't know if
Oh,
you've seen her and Offsets back and forth online. I'm like, Cardi, think about your kids at the end of the day,
yeah,
right? The father of your children may be acting up, but you don't have to indulge. And it's easier said than done because if someone's online constantly saying things about you, then
yeah,
you're going to want to defend yourself. But the back and forth, even Offset kind of saying, I made you a baby mama. So, for lack of a better word, I made you a baby mama. So I won. That's even crazy because you were married to her. So it's not that you made
yeah.
her a
Come
baby
on,
mama.
man. But
You were married to her.
wow, that's so immature on so many levels.
Yeah. Yeah. The back and forth. I just don't like when people bicker online publicly because it's like, why?
Why do we care, man? We don't care. It's like, come on, man. We dealing with our own life, man. I don't, and that's why really sometimes I take a break for like a good year from social media because, or I just unfollow the people that's dealing with that nonsense. So like the shade room, they gone. Gossip,
Hmm.
whatever the heck, is gone. I'm not gonna name any other ones. They all gone.
Okay. Uh huh.
They're
Yeah. And
gone
Kuma's right.
because, yeah,
Offset is acting. He is disrespectful. He's not acting up. And yeah, Cardi literally just had a baby. So why are you exactly? This is the mother of your child. Why are you acting like that? Yep. And he's tormented. Yep. That's
yeah,
right.
I know he's
Sorry,
immature,
I
but
didn't
let me
cut you
tell you
off.
something. No, 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 no. By all means, the guests, listen, chime in at any time, Kuma. But yeah. So no. So when it's all said and done, I feel like Offset has always been like this, and this is the problem. And I'm not gonna jump on this because I don't want to. I don't want to. Because this right here could be a whole nother topic. I just want to
All right.
tell people in life we have to pick better partners. That's all I'm gonna say. Because this right, because I could dive into a whole nother
Oh man, yeah, we're gonna have to
2 day
table this.
conversation. So
We're
I
gonna
just want to
table
say
this.
because Offset has always been like this.
Mm.
I believe she probably ignored this, and this is what happens. People, we got to do better.
But it's not victim blaming. We're not blaming Cardi though, because
No,
she's a victim in all of this. We're
I'm
not
not.
blaming
No,
her.
no, no. I said people. It's not just Cardi. I'm just saying in general. Us. Look. Okay, let's go off relationships. Same thing with jobs, right?
Mm.
If okay, so let's go off relationships, right? Same thing with jobs, right? So we all have a job or we all worked for someone or worked in a job that it was toxic, right?
Yeah.
We saw the writings on the wall. You probably didn't see it during the interview, right? But we saw it eventually. And, like, I don't know if you ever had a manager that talk about everybody else. You don't think that manager talking about you? That's toxic.
Hmm. That's right.
It's
You're
toxic.
absolutely correct. You're
So at
absolutely
the end of the
correct.
day, that manager is going to talk about you like they talk about everybody else. So you already see the writing on the wall. This is not the place you should be. As a manager, like I'm a manager. I don't talk about any of my staff about my other staff.
Hmm.
Now my wife might hear about it, but but they ain't gonna hear about it. So you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by so everybody won't think we're victim blaming. We could bring it to a
Uh-huh.
work level when I say that.
Okay.
There's telltale
I see.
signs. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. So when you see the signs, try and get out as soon as possible. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a little tricky when it comes to relationships, but yeah, we'll
Oh,
table that.
definitely.
We'll
So
dedicate
we're
we'll
in Google
dedicate a
Eye
podcast
mode,
to
man.
that.
Listen, we're in Google Eye mode. Then the S sometimes could cloud your judgment. So it's a lot of stuff that could cloud the judgment. But no, hold on.
Oh, the dog's arguing. Yep. And look, the dog's arguing. Man, I gotta see y'all because I knew about Bella. So for those of y'all who tuning in and didn't catch what we were talking about earlier, I was on a trip to Ghana with my wife visiting her family. So
All right, I'm
me
back.
and Jay Random, we haven't really talked in a minute, and also because the internet service out there wasn't the greatest, and also he just updated me that he got another dog. So I knew about Bella, but I didn't know about this Shih Tzu that he got as well. So there's that.
Yeah.
So any last words, Random? I think we covered because we're running at our cap because we try to keep this less than 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But any last words that you have, and what's brewing? I realized we didn't do this last episode. What is brewing for you going into this week?
So, real quick, normally I don't do this, right? So we had a
Okay.
hurricane that happened this past week,
Okay.
Thursday in North Carolina. And you know, the crazy part is so today is Sunday now. So we were out of power from Friday morning to Saturday around 4, around my area where I live at.
Mm,
And it's crazy when I go online, I see all these towns that were affected, uh, like Asheville. So my wife and I, we went to Tennessee last week for work, and it was this highway that we drove through that connects Tennessee to Asheville. It's I-40. The storm
mm,
has messed up, washed away half of that road. So it's just crazy when you drive by and you see, and because like I remember the beautiful land, and you see like these mountains, and and it's all washed away for the most part. So shout out to the people that's in Chimney Rock, Boone, Asheville. You know, I don't know. It's really bad there. I mean, when you think about some time when storms hit you and you can wake up the next morning, your house is still there. You may not have no power or whatever, but and then you turn the news on, and you see the other people that got affected, see their houses down the street. It's not about power. It's like how we going to start over. So what's brewing for me is I'm definitely going to see how I can donate to the towns in North Carolina because my power took a day and a
mm-hmm.
half to come back on. Some of these people won't have power for weeks, even months. When I tell you these towns are destroyed is like an understatement. It's like Hurricane
That's very
Katrina.
admirable. That's very admirable,
So
man, and I
yeah,
I really support you in that. That's yeah, it's unfortunate that happened.
no, it
I
is.
didn't even know about the hurricane either, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, this hurricane it came. I mean, it started off in Florida and it ran rampant in North Carolina and it ended up in Tennessee. And we have another hurricane coming. So, global warming, I'm not gonna bore our our guests, I mean our viewers, but global warming is real. These
It
hurricanes
is.
are strong. They're stronger than ever now. And they're destroying a lot of towns, destroying a lot of lives. A lot of people passed away too. in this storm.
Mm,
But yeah, it's crazy when I look at the before and after in Chimney Rock. This place is already like a it was already like a town. It seemed like it was a nice town. Like I didn't go through Chimney Rock. I just remember Asheville. And Asheville was beautiful, just just driving through the mountains. And now that same road that connects Tennessee to Asheville, the water has washed away half of that road. So it's kind of like, how are these
mm,
people now going to, get supplies besides
right,
helicopters?
right.
So it's just crazy how, when storms happen, you know, we wake up, because we're living our own lives. We're like, wow, okay, my house still here. Light may be off. I go grocery shopping. And some people, like, they don't have anything to turn back to. So that's all.
That's
That's what's
true.
brewing in my head.
Tell you,
Sorry to
man,
bring the show down.
said like a true Libra, man. Just trying to be conscious about the world and
Yeah,
everything.
man. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So, what's brewing for me? I don't know if anyone's smirking a little bit. My wife's goddaughter was trying to get into the the picture frames. I had to keep
Oh,
pushing her
that's
out of the way.
hilarious.
So
Good
that's why I
catch.
was
I didn't
smirking
even
a little
peep
bit.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So I apologize for that, y'all. I wasn't smirking at the situations because I had some background things going on. So what's brewing for me? I first off, I want y'all to check out our last um Sunday Brew episode. So it's under, if you look at the Chemistry Productions YouTube channel, you'll find the other Sunday Brew episode that I posted while I was gone in Ghana. So me and Jay Random, we were talking about topics then before I left, and then I posted it on that Sunday about 2 weeks ago. Then last week we didn't have a Sunday Brew because the internet service was whatever, and then now we're back on schedule. So there's that. I'm also going to be leaving for another trip this week, traveling out the country again.
Wait. So no Sunday brew next Sunday?
I think where I'm going to Portugal this time. So I think the internet service will be better.
Cool.
So yes, I'm going for a friend's wedding. You know the friend.
Yes.
So I'll be doing that, and I should be okay there. As for the chemistry production stuff, my computer is busted, and I had to send it into the shop, so I don't have a laptop right now. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna be putting out content for chemistry productions, even our
Your
podcast.
new computer?
Yeah,
What you do to it?
I don't know what happened when I was in Ghana. I don't know if humidity messed something up, but it's not even starting anymore. So I
That's why
got
you
to
should get
figure
a
out what to
MacBook.
do. The
I'm
same
just
thing my
saying.
wife told me. The same thing my wife told me about the MacBook. I know, but I might have to convert because it's just the interface that bothers me. It's the interface. It's the
Interface
interface.
is
But
not fun. It's not fun. It's real
yeah,
controlling. It's real demanding. It is.
exactly, exactly. So that might have to be in my near future. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and put out content however I can, and that's that. So uh, that's that. We'll be in touch. I need to
Yes.
find out more about why you got this new dog,
Yeah, I
and
know. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, okay,
also
they're right behind me.
y'all listen to the last AVIOT podcast episode too. I didn't put out a podcast episode this past week because I was traveling when the new podcast episode should have dropped, but I did do a podcast episode. It's on interracial dating. It was covering this very controversial TikTok video I saw, and also it was covering what's the guy that played Mufasa in Lion King, James Earl Jones, his passing, and his
Yes.
questionable comments about black women. So definitely check out that show as well. So there's that, and hey, we'll see y'all next Sunday, y'all. Thanks for tuning in, and till next time.
Peace.